Our Valentine's Day special. So we're going to be talking our normal relationships. We're actually going to have a segment later on so that we can sit and ask each other questions and you can get a kick out of that. One of our first stories, Brian, is called Police Round Up Herd of Cows in Indiana, Indiana Highway. Some of you know that we're from Indiana, so quite interesting that this happened. On February 9th, police were summoned to a stretch of Indiana Highway when a herd of cows escaped from their owner's property and went for a walk in the roadway. The LaPorte County Sheriff's Office said the herd of young calves escaped from their LaPorte County home and ran into the northbound lanes of US 35, which they followed the US 6 and continued east on the roadway. Now, you know what I think that they were doing, right?
What?
They were trying to cross the road because they thought there was some marijuana over there.
Well, this here's the sheriff. Just want to let you know that they escaped and they were going to the Golden Corral. Bunch of cows, so to speak. That's what we call them here in Indiana. They go to the Golden Corral to get some of that special steak
and they know how to corral people, so they probably know how to corral some cows too.
Yeah, I hate the Golden Corral.
And why is that?
Because you don't know if the guy before you who got the green beans was in the bathroom scratching his taint.
Oh yeah, that. There are some odd people here. If we want to push that button and we can see what these cows look like coming down the road. I love the fact that they're all...
when winter storms hit, count on live Doppler 7 Max.
One of them even has a little heart on its head, I think I saw on there.
When we find a herd of cows, it's usually in a flea market.
You kind of see one of them has a heart on its...
Over the weekend, this herd of cows actually took over the highway. So first responders and volunteers rounded them up
over there
and got them back home. I guess you had to say, move.
Oh, come on, Cheryl. Yeah. Now you're milking it. Thanks for joining us. Jimmy Kimmel next with Katy Perry.
All right, since she said that lame-ass joke, here's mine. What do you call a cow with no toes?
The ABC 7i team. Chuck Gotti, Jason Knowles, Samantha Chapman.
See what the I team uncovers next.
Only on
Sorry. Boo. Yeah, if you find a bunch of cows, it's usually at the Peddler's Mall in Indiana.
Yeah, Peddler's Mall. You'll find some really good-looking guys. Oh yeah, and what did the cow and the bull do on their first date?
I can only guess.
Dinner in a movie.
Oh.
I know.
Boo.
Well, talking about being in a small town, because I grew up in several small towns in Indiana. There's this one small town called Greenfield, Indiana. And I was talking to Larry earlier about it and talking about these small towns and odd things you see. Kind of being a city girl, me and a girlfriend used to go down to Greenfield, and it's cowboys, or what Indiana cowboys are. They wear cowboy hats, have the big trucks with the big wheels, playing their country music. Well, we would hang out at the Circle downtown, so we listened to different music than what they listen to out there. So, for instance, one specific night, we're riding in Crystal's Probe. It was a turquoise Probe with purple underglow. We were pretty cool.
A Ford Probe?
Yes.
Yeah.
2-door, pretty shiny. And we listened to Eazy-E a lot. If those of you that don't know NWA, Eazy-E, check them out. Amazing. But our asses were singing as we're driving the road. the song called Automobile. And it's like, I'm going to start doing it. You don't have to front on me, bitch. Give up the pussy soon. All I want is a little womb. And no, I'm not a singer. But when you're in a small town and you want to cause attention to yourselves, which as you can tell, I'm very outgoing. We did that.
Nothing like a little womb.
Yeah. But it was so much fun to go and do that and kind of shock some people as I do on our podcast as well.
I just, when I think of cows, I always think of going to the state fair, and they had a cow barn, and I accidentally wasn't watching where I was stepping and stepped right into a giant fucking cow patty, big old giant cow shit.
I don't know. You have a lot of stories where you're involved with smelling stink or being around stink.
No, that was a bad one because I couldn't get that smell off my damn shoe until I got home.
Well, and this morning we were talking boys and girls, you know, because the kids are at school. And Brian brought up something that really kind of I wanted to bring up, which was quite interesting. He said that he was at a girl's house. This was way back when. And she was watching someone. I'm shocking him because I want him to talk about it. Was she masturbating while another person was masturbating on the computer?
I don't know what the other person was doing on the other side of the chat. All I know is that she was chatting with someone and masturbating at the same time. She was flicking the bean. And then she came out to me because I realized what she was doing and was like, you know, like, hey, what's going on in here kind of thing. And she came out and she put her fingers right in my face. Now, most men would have probably went, ooh, or sucked on her fingers or who knows what. I immediately gagged and flew back in revulsion. And it was just like, oh! Basically, that meant Brian wasn't getting lucky at all that night.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking that she needed to use a douche or something, or
I don't know. It was a funk of 40 thieves.
Yeah, well,
because it was not pleasant.
This is a summer night. Yes? I said a summer night. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was in the summer. I think we were in North Carolina when that happened.
That's a sweaty night, you know.
Yeah, that's not my. But when we were talking about that this morning, I could see Brian repel. Yeah, he lucked out on that because he could have went.
Now I'm not allergic to pussy, but and that it was a real funky smell. It was nasty.
Well, and I think too. I mean, you could have played it if you would have played it out right, and say you're the girl and just didn't repel and just went, oh, and then said, let's go in the shower.
I'd have been soaping up her crotch.
Well, that's what I mean. If there's that kind of girls, guys, just so you know, if there's a funk on anyone, on the male, on the female, a quick way to fix that is make it romantic and say, let's go into the shower. And that person that stinks, wash them where they stink. And then move into
after I went, there was no getting her in the shower because first off, she was the kind of girl that would stick her hand in your face with pussy all over it. And that's fantastic, or it should have been, but not in my case because it was disgusting to me.
I don't.
And she just went, huh. And most guys would have went, oh yeah. And I was like,
it probably made her want you more.
All I know is, Chris,
that was complete rejection on a fundamental funk level.
As long as we've been together, he's told me these stories over and over again, and he reminded me of it this morning, and I knew that it would be just something that had to be shared because we've all had those instances. Us girls, we're getting ready to go down on a guy, and it smells like cheese balls and onions, and we don't know what to do. And some girls, keep going. I'm not a girl that if there's some funk going on, I'm going to let you know.
Well, you should let people know because, you don't want to
But that's the thing. Young people.
Because you don't know yourself. Someone has to tell you sometimes. So, you could send a guy to the shower. I think that's fair, Likewise in reverse. little touchier subject that way, I guess, probably, but I feel like you could...
Well, maybe the reason I'm that way and I tell people that is because I had someone that was in my life at one time that it was a big joke because they always smelled. And I think it was his body chemistry. Like, Brian loves me because he thinks I smell like
garlic
all the time. I said, that's a good thing. And he was like, yeah. So I enticed him with my garlic smell. Well, his smell was more like garbage and
hot garbage
and
hot, sexy garbage.
Yeah, just and it was awful. But the other story that we were going to talk about today, getting away from garbage stink, is this one that Brian found, and I'd like you to go ahead and talk about this one.
Yes, she ran out of hairspray, so she used Gorilla Glue. Bad idea, she says.
We have some Gorilla Glue. Do you think I should try it?
That would be a big no.
They make a badass lip balm, I hear.
He'll do that when he wants me to shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, that'd be the last thing I do. Louisiana woman had sought medical treatment after using Gorilla Glue spray adhesive in place of actual hairspray. I didn't know they had it in a spray adhesive.
We'll have to get that. Take a note of that.
Tessica Brown's plight went viral after she revealed that her hair had been stuck in the same style for a month. The thing is, I mean, if it's the style you like, I mean, isn't that a good thing if it's just kind of stuck that way and you don't have to ever do it again?
No.
I mean, ever?
Me personally, I have to at least wash my hair with soap and water every couple days because of product being in my hair. You'll get dandruff and dry scalp and you'll start itching.
Oh, I see where she's messed up.
Yeah, you gotta...
Her previous hair product was got to be glued blasting freeze spray. So that's probably what made her think glue. Well, this is probably glue too. And it was a spray, so she went, and
that's why you always read what is in something.
I mean, and it does say explicitly on the label that it's not for use on skin, eyes, etc. I mean, this is a classic case of like DMV IQ in the field, in the wild.
Or
like,
she's just like one of those people that wanted to go viral, so she planned this out.
I thought of
no
that.
way she planned this out
Because this is real adhesive. Like I've used adhesive like this from 3M, but like this is, I don't know, the Gorilla Glue version is even more permanent, I think. And if you use a little, okay, you can peel it off. But if you put a lot on, it's no joke. Like, it's chemical bonding. So they probably have to use some serious, like, she's going to have to undergo like some sort of chemical treatments and then probably skin treatments because the chemicals are going to screw up her head. So it's like, I feel bad for her. I don't think she did it for like Instagram clout, but she's getting it. You know, they're like Gorilla Glue should sponsor her. I'm like, what?
It works.
Yeah, I think they ended up having to take all of her hair off.
And the good thing is she can wear a wig.
Well, I mean, Willie D would now call her No Hair Claire.
No Hair Claire.
I've got the video of her describing it if you guys would like.
Go ahead. She's beautiful.
It's right here.
I want her eyelashes.
Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know me know my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with the little Got to Be Glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be Glue spray, so I used this Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Y'all, look. My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I've washed my hair 15 times and it don't move. Stiff wear. Woo! My hair. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you ever run out of Got to Be Glue spray, don't ever use this unless you want your hair to be like that.
Well,
see, I told you she was confused by the whole glue thing.
Yeah, but I guess she's never done crafts before. She's never known that there's a difference. But the most I've ever done is hairspray, and I do gel and stuff like that. But
Mousse.
I can see where she got the look she wanted. I mean, that was
her
sleek.
braid was huge. Did you see how big her
Well,
hair?
most likely it was an added braid.
An added braid.
Yeah. So ladies, African American ladies, they'll have their hair a certain length. It might be her hair, but usually it'll be a certain length of their natural hair. They'll get it slicked down
like
or whatever,
attachment?
and then attach it like an extension.
An extension. Okay.
And also they do, like when they have different curly braids or anything like that, that's usually what they do, is they attach it to their natural hair. Like if I wanted to add 6 to 8 inches, they would attach it underneath here.
How could Brian add 6 to 8 inches likewise? Is there a method?
If he had 6 to 8 inches, he would go nowhere near my vagina.
Yeah, it's like then it goes.
I don't
then it goes
believe
past
in
the other side of the
extra
curve,
is
right?
better.
Yeah, then it goes off the other end of the curve, right? Like the
yeah, it hurts. He's the perfect size. Ladies, when you find the perfect size, stick with it. It's just got to hit the right spot.
I was like, if he knows, tell me the secret, you know?
We'll have to talk about that off camera. I don't give all the secrets away because then there'll be women wanting him, and this is my Valentine. So earlier we were talking about, Brian was talking about stinky pussy, and there is, we've all heard about Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina smell. Well, we found an article about, you can buy a candle called One Night Standle.
Oh.
It smells like pizza, cocktails, condoms, and a taxi.
Jesus.
Doesn't that sound fucking marvelous?
My Lord.
Yeah, it's in layers, Chris, so that you can, have the enjoyment as time goes by. We all know, kind of have an idea, what pizza smells like, of course. We all have had a cocktail or smelled someone's cocktail. Me personally, condom smell, latex, that reminds me of myself getting an examination. Like,
yeah,
latex gloves or whatever. I guess they don't do latex anymore, but I wouldn't want to smell a condom.
I don't know. You're talking crazy this week, all the way from measurements to condoms, and you don't know measurements for nothing.
No, I don't. That's why I have you measure everything.
What are these condoms that you speak of?
Yes.
I wonder if you can customize the standle, because my candle would smell like alcohol, self-loathing, rejection, anger, vomit, and then shame.
Nice.
Oh. But you know what?
There's a market for it. You could come in with a competitive product here. It's only 15
right, and
pounds.
then mine would be the opposite.
Yep, there's a rejection.
Mine would be uplifting, laugh, encouragement, lemons, and Febreze.
Nice. Pleasant.
So a candle that smells like a candle.
Pretty much.
All right.
Oh, I'll add in the garlic smell for you.
It's just weird. You have a natural scent of, just like when we're kissing and stuff, it's just a slight garlic thing, which is not bad. I like garlic bread. So,
but do you think that we eat that much Italian food?
I don't know what the hell it is. It's just, to me, it's like garlic.
I know this is completely off topic, but it's something that drives me insane because I don't find that. I mean, yes, when I smell Italian food, I get all excited and I want to eat it. Maybe that's what I'm trying to tell you to do. But anyways, back to the One Night Standle. Do you think that, Gwyneth Paltrow, when she was, making her bubble of her vagina candle, right? She was like, sometimes my pussy smells like garlic and pizza. That one night smelled like taxi because we had to ride 35 minutes to get to downtown.
You don't want your pussy to ever smell like a taxi.
Yeah, it would smell like stink dick. It would smell like... It would
just be like musty and...
How many people have pissed and shit?
Heck, your pussy smell like an attic.
Yeah.
That's not even counting the driver.
Yeah.
Hello?
It would smell something like...
Do you want chicken masala?
Yes. No.
Fresh?
No.
Fresh masala?
No, I don't want any of that.
Made with gum saliva?
Again, add some Febreze to all that. Febreze.
You just get into the cab.
Yeah, I'll just carry it with me.
Where do you want to go?
Exactly. That would be me. I am very sensitive to
what
the
do you
nose.
Spray?
Febreze.
I mean, it's like, it at least, even though it still seems weird to me, it at least made much more sense when you clarified that it comes in layers. Like when you mentioned all those smells, I figured just a mishmash conglomerate of everything you mentioned, and I was like, wait, how? Please, I'm not that big of a masochist.
So then, Chris, the whole point of it is that you're a lonely person, and you're in quarantine, or you just don't have someone, and all day you know, a candle takes a long time to burn.
Which part of the candle do you jerk off at?
I think
is it the condoms part? I would think. I guess
right after that, as you're burning through.
After you speak sweet nothings into the air during the cocktail.
Brian,
period.
You're missing the point here. You burn the hole through the candle, then you continue with the events.
Well, wait, maybe you do it like right after, you might have said this, after the condoms, and then that's your taxi ride home because it's this drive of shame.
Sir, how did you end up burning your balls? I think I waited. I didn't wait enough on the candle there. The relations with the candle.
Yeah, the candle.
Try to time it just right to keep it warm, huh?
And afterwards, I was sitting there and I thought, I wonder what this wax would feel like on my dick.
That was a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
I can't imagine what
like
some
the
ER
no hair
doctors
Claire.
have seen. What's no hair Claire?
He's going to end up like no hair Claire when he takes that wax off his dick. He's going to rip all the hair out.
Is that Willie D?
Yeah.
Willie D is a rapper that Brian
from
likes.
Texas.
A Texan rapper. Okay. Let's see. So Valentine's Day is coming up really soon. We all know this Sunday, February 14th. I'm just bringing up a couple things. Special things you can do for your loved one.
Alternative activities.
Yes, exactly.
I got a couple alternative activity ideas.
You do?
But yeah, go ahead with the story and then I'll come up with some of my ideas and see how they work out.
Okay. So I found this article about 7 alternative activity date ideas for Valentine's Day during the pandemic. We're all fed up with Zoom. You want to connect with the person. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm going to go down to the fun stuff. Doing something together is feels fun and frivolous. Also helps to activate the pleasure centers of your brain. Make sure you do that. We got to make sure our brain and their brain down here is connected.
They say the first thing to do together is to build together, which I think we could build the shelves out in the garage together.
That's your fucking people. This is called a marriage. He knew this was going to make me mad. You are building that goddamn garage yourself. I don't do hammers. I don't do nails. I'm 5'1". I can do a ladder, but I can't do both. I can't measure. You're doing it. Sorry about that. That's real life relationship shit right there.
I tried.
I'll hand you tools.
It says build together.
Legos on the floor. That's what it says, motherfucker.
I need a 3-block blue piece, please. We're building.
I don't even like Legos. Let's build a craft together.
Get in touch with your playful and creative side by choosing an activity that requires focus and cooperation.
I would say
like
us
building a Lego set together.
Fuck the Legos.
Hey, you want to build my Star Wars Star Destroyer again?
No.
It's a level genius.
Now, if it's got some Wookiees in it or some...
I'll put a Wookiee in there for you.
I like a hairy Wookiee. What are the ones that I think are cute on Star Wars?
Probably the Ewoks.
Yes.
And the baby Yoda.
If we could make an Ewok town, I might.
And the Mogwai.
Or we could do Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian.
It's a very good
we
show.
could build a Mandalorian Lego.
I would do that.
They're expensive as hell, though, those Legos.
Yeah. If you've got kids, go to Legos the first time, you're like, $39.99. I remember when my parents just spent $5. Ugh, ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to get a used Lego set.
It's probably missing a piece.
Yeah, that's,
Well, part of the things that you need to be doing together is you both have to experience fun and pleasure. Pleasure as in the activity too.
Can you shove the Lego up your ass?
If you want me to, I will.
Here, I found something relevant to your discussion.
Thank you. I'm wondering if you want a straight one or one with a curve.
It says foster communication.
There was actually, that you brought that up, I can't remember what country, but a person I think turned 113, the oldest person, and they kicked COVID and had their birthday.
Really?
No. This is a woman that kicked the Spanish flu and COVID, I do believe.
Oh, she did?
I think so.
So ironically enough, she can't play Legos either.
She lived through 2 pandemics.
And can't play Legos. Poor bitch. Anyways,
kick her when she's down. You dumb bitch.
Another thing that I think is funny is they said that this is something that I do with my kids. I can't imagine doing this with Brian. Practice eye gazing.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
like, wait, let's test it out. Let's see for like 30 seconds how long you can do it.
It's a long 30 seconds.
Well, for one, you're going...
I know, I can't keep a straight face. I love you, but I can't. Because I know what's going on behind those glasses and those eyes. We're two weird people, and we're funny. If I look at you too long, I'm going to have to take you upstairs.
I think they put stuff like that in there for like the people not like yourselves. Like you guys seem comfortable with yourselves. There's a lot of people out there who aren't, and they have like difficulty making eye contact. And I don't mean people that are like, if they're autistic or something. I mean like legit just normal folks, but they're really not confident about making eye contact. So I could see if you're that person, that might help. You know what I mean? But for people that know each other for a long time and are really in love and whatnot, you're probably pretty well. Like you said, you look there and you know what's going on behind the curtain.
Well, yeah, and when I read this, and I'll read this to you, Chris, because I'm laughing about it because we've been together so long, but at this point, if he said, let's stare into each other's eyes, I would wonder what the fuck was going on. Now, it says trying to do something that makes you focus on looking lovingly into your partner's eyes, like sitting opposite each other and drawing a portrait. Now, I could do that because I'm an artist, like let him sit, and it would be funny to see if he could sit there naked, because I have done nude portraits. Like, let me look at your body in every crevice.
You don't want to do that.
If you end up giggling, it will give you a boost of endorphins, which I think I just had. Our natural feel-good chemicals. The main benefit of this task is opportunities for self-expression. It allows, and the fact that
self-expression,
sitting at the opposite each other, the studies your partner's facial features will increase your eye-gazing behaviors. Staring into each other's eyes really does lead to increased feelings of attraction and intimacy.
There's probably all this good, legitimate, accurate science behind this, but I still feel like if Brian approached you on that, you'd be like, dude, this is an awkward way to come out. Like,
yes.
You're fucking weird.
I'd think you were fucking gay.
Something.
I was like, Brian, really?
Well, if you do have a problem looking someone in the eye, start out by when you shake hands. Always try to remember to look someone in the eye when you're shaking hands. At least
a good point.
At that point.
And cheersing. That's another good time.
And if you can't look at their eyes, look at right there in the middle of their forehead.
That can make someone feel intimidated. That's for sure. If you want to put
just look at right there in the middle.
What if you're like real close to them and you're like going?
That would be me.
Crossing
my
up.
eyes cross they can't see you. Do that again in the camera.
Don't worry, we'll screen cap that later.
Good. That might need to be the cover picture. Valentine's Day special with Brian.
Yeah.
Also, I think this next one would cause a fight because we just spin the day in each other's shoes.
I wouldn't fit in your shoes.
Like not metaphorically, or
like it actually goes into. It says swap roles, and it actually goes further to saying if you can switch clothing. Which I thought was funny because I'm only 5'1", and to see Brian in a pair of my jeans, he'd be flooding. His shirts, his arms are longer than mine, so he'd just look odd. And then
I'd probably have to do a dress.
And as far as girls are concerned, we love wearing your guys' clothes, so we would just look like a normal.
Homeless.
I would look like a normal day, other than being on a podcast. I would look like my mom stage. I'd have probably this Carhartt hoodie on, a pair of sweatpants.
Well, yeah, I guess you'd look okay in a hoodie, but my jeans wouldn't look right.
Well, no, but
that's when you would start to look homeless.
Yeah. I'd like to make you like put my makeup on you and like do the contour around your face. I bet you make up beautiful.
See, I can tell you guys are used to Midwest homeless. It's a different level. New York homeless got Jordans, reasonable jeans on, hoodies with name brands on them. It's like, yeah, I actually have a friend who is like mentally ill and is homeless. And one time he came over to visit and he had like Red Wing boots on. He's like, yeah, they were giving these out at the thing. I'm like, Red Wing boots? Those are like $160.
Yeah, the
New York
thing
homeless
about
is
that
different
you
over
can just
here.
Go anywhere and hang out or meet them.
Well, here in Indiana, in the downtown population of homeless, they have very little. Like most places, they have places to go and stay, but if they have a drug or mental issue, they can't stay. They actually, little side note, a lot of the people in the area during this time, especially the weather right now, I know you've got it in New York and Philadelphia, the snow and everything, people are taking blankets and hanging them on telephone poles so that they have extra blankets, or putting a coat wrapped around it, zipped up,
I've
so
seen
that
on
someone
the
can
telephone
come up.
poles, right? Like they wrap it around. Yeah, that's nice.
Which I think is amazing.
It's
I
great.
mean, I love the fact that people do that. I was just recently talking to my cousin in Texas, and a lot of this is on a tangent off complete subject, but a lot of us today think that there's this huge divide in the country. But when you're local with your local community and your bubble, you help people. I, for instance, know a friend that lost her house and is getting ready to start all over again. What did I do? 10 minutes, I cleaned out my cabinets, got extra forks, extra knives, extra scoopers, pans, whatever. So if you know somebody in need,
that's where the forks went.
If you know somebody in need, just give them something you have. Show everyone else that we're united, and that'll help. Just be kind to each other.
My grandma's ice scooper.
Shut up. No, I did not give that to her. Yeah, so another one on here was this will never happen in our home. Which one do you think it is?
Build together?
No, we already said this. The next one.
Oh. Eat your memories. Is that it?
Really look.
Exercise together.
We boycott exercising. I'm active in my moving up and down and running after the children. He is very sedentary. So I see how that would work with a lot of couples, new couples. even people that have been together for a long time, especially during quarantine. Exercise has been difficult getting to the gyms, so working together would be a really good deal for a lot of people. Not our cup of tea. We like to chill and watch Netflix, or The Bell Life. I love me some Trey. Also, another one was...
She doesn't like to sweat is what it is.
No, there's... I will
if
sweat.
If she didn't mind sweating, we'd probably exercise.
Chris, I only like sweating for one thing, and that's for...
eating apple pie.
No, the big O. That's it.
Well,
then I immediately take a shower afterwards.
Yeah.
As a fellow sedentarian,
that's just
relate.
me.
It's good to keep the
yes, exactly.
priorities in perspective.
You were very quiet on that.
Hey, that's cardio. It's like that's cardio. That can be lifting depending on the scenario. It's like, you get a good all around CrossFit what do you call it? Not circuit training type of workout. If you keep it
exactly.
If you mix things up enough.
Exactly, and we're as a couple, we're not like quick fuckers. Like our sex life, we yeah, we're not quick fuckers. We were just talking about this recently because I don't know if we were reading an article or whatever, and our average time in the bedroom when we find the time to be together is like 45 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
If not a little longer.
That's because Alexa Pro, though, I think.
No, because well, I guess that's it. I thought he was waiting for me to come. So, oh well.
I try.
Potato.
I do what I can.
So, anyways, in my mind, also a cute little thing, and I think this would be fun, is create a playlist.
Mm.
You don't like that? Music playlist?
I feel like that one could be
I think
good.
We've already got them made.
But I mean, to maybe even...
Maybe if you're first seeing each other and like knowing or wanting to figure out what kind of music you like, and
have I ever made you a playlist?
You're probably talking about like a mixtape from a long time ago.
Chris, I'm still waiting on a song that was supposed to be written for me called Carolyn. How many years ago?
A few.
I still wonder. He has it partially written.
It's in my head. I just need musician buddies to help me finish it, I think. I need a mixer. I need a multi-mixer. I need like a guitar on one track, drums on another. That way I can mix them all. And
do you
but
play
I got
any
the
yourself?
melody in my head.
I would love to hear it.
Do you play any yourself, Brian?
Do
you play any yourself, like any instruments?
I can play piano a little bit, and a little bit of guitar.
He's a really good singer. Like, the truth is, and people would think this is odd, but I don't. He can sing Patsy Cline Crazy very good.
Oh, nice.
And
Classic.
On our honeymoon and several other places, but specifically our honeymoon, he went up there for karaoke and sang Crazy. And it was really good. And tell him about when you went to the bathroom.
This guy grabbed me.
No, he didn't.
This guy was from Texas, and he saw me in there. He's like, I've never heard a man sing Patsy Cline like that before. That was incredible.
And he came back to the table, and he was like, I got accosted in the bathroom by
He touched me.
But
meanwhile, that's like the highest compliment you can get from a Texan, I think.
I think so too. And I mean, but we were kind of like, but he does sing really well. He sang on our second or third date. He sang, I talk about us a lot, but second or third date, he sang Drive by the Cars. And I was like, I think I was floating like in a movie, like, oh my gosh, he's amazing. I'm going to keep him. And then we had sex and I thought, fuck yeah, I'm going to keep him. And he's in IT. I'm connected to the internet. I'm going to have orgasms. He knows how to sing. He likes the same music. He's funny. He has this.
This is from the children. At least the color of it.
All right. So we're going to go to our next segment, which
relationship smash up.
I like a good smash up.
Segway.
It's perfectly segued by Brian. Now this is going to be a specific relationship smash up because usually we use questions from other people, but I thought I would put me and Brian on the spot, asking questions to each other and our reactions, and you guys can kind of chuckle at our answers because hopefully there's some funny ones in there. Do you want to ask me first?
I think you want to do the first one based on the...
Yes. What would make you less attracted to me?
Less attracted to you. I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If you cut your hair.
Well, and I am growing it for him. I did have the mom haircut where I looked like... I'm trying to think of someone, a guy. I looked like a dude. I looked pretty with it, but...
You look cute with short hair. It's better long.
So I'm growing it out. I'm taking the vitamins. This has taken 2 years.
Maybe if you were mean to me.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not mean to you.
So that's, maybe if you stunk or something, that would make me less attracted.
If you were mean to me or myself or the children, me, myself, and I, mean, and what I mean by that is abusive, I would not, a smart woman will not stand for that. There's only been one time in our relationship that you scared me screaming, the spit. And I think I told you if you ever did that again, I'd fucking leave. This was before we were married, and he's never done it again. So I'm very happy about that. Up in the loft in the first house.
No, we were married then.
Maybe.
Is that when I kicked the wall?
I don't know. He can kick anything as long as he fixes it. Any holes in the walls or anything like that.
That might have been when I kicked the wall.
Sometimes you gotta get it out like that, I've been there. I said sometimes you have to get it out like that. I've been there.
Yeah, and honestly, if you need to get it out, I'd in a relationship get it in drywall or punch something else. Don't touch the...
I'm just glad I didn't hit a stud, because if I hit a stud, I'd have smashed my knee into my ass.
And he would have went, ah! And I would have laughed.
I think people it's like, obviously everyone says, take deep breaths, count to 20, calm down, whatever. And for most people, that's going to be good advice. But there's definitely plenty of folks where you have the energy, you need to get it out. There's healthy and safe ways to get it out. And if you don't, and you try to listen and say, just keep it in, it's like, that's when someone flips out when they're like in their 50s at their office or something. And they choke out their supervisor or something. It's like,
the actual
you have to process that energy, get it out.
Yeah, I was a lot younger then too, so that there's no way that happened now.
And
well, because you kicked the wall. See, now you're calm and chill.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't be attracted to you if you were an alcoholic or addicted to drugs. I don't mind if you drink socially. That kind of thing I've never been into. I mean, we socially drink, but it's not been crazy. So on that one. The next question is, has there ever been a time you came close to ending our relationship? If so, why?
I honestly can't think of one.
I think that I talk a lot of shit.
No,
and
I don't think I've ever...
I think women talk a lot of shit. Like, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to do this when they're frustrated. I've never meant it.
Because there's been times where a lot of things have happened where other people would have probably thought about leaving, but I was just trying to think of ways to get through it,
Yeah.
There wasn't any like...
Again, I'm blessed because I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one out of the two.
That's the formula that I find works. Like, one stable, one a little more wild. seems to be a good...
he's the stable one.
Yeah, I think that's why when we got married in the church, I was like almost screaming the vows.
Oh yeah, that was funny. We had a mic so everybody could hear it. He went, "I, Brian," and I went.
Matt, my best man that was on our first episode, he almost started laughing.
Yeah. What's your biggest regret?
Well, wait, don't you have to answer the question?
Oh, I kind of did. I think I have talked shit, but never meant it.
Oh, I got you.
I've said, "Oh God, I'm just gonna leave," or "I'm gonna do this" when I get.
I don't remember you ever saying stuff like that. There's times where you'd be like, "I gotta go," or "I'm gonna leave," but that's for just a little time.
And
to
that's
go to
what
your friend's house.
That's what I mean is that those
not leaving for good.
I know that's the only thing I could think of because I need a break because I'm gonna punch a wall and make it a hole in it like he did. You know what I mean? I get that frustrated, and I think a lot of relationships do that where people think that they need to be together nonstop. I'm losing my voice. Nonstop. When you need a break or you're overwhelmed, it's okay to get away. Go spend the night somewhere and get your head on straight. What did you find?
What's the kinkiest porn that you have watched?
Well,
no, this is the one for the view. Yeah, you lead with that one next time.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna say Max Hardcore.
You're saying
Anabolic series.
That's yours or that's mine?
Is that a proper noun? That's the title?
Yeah, dude.
Just look up Max Hardcore. Yeah.
Oh God. Thank you for the ride, officer.
Thanks for the helicopter ride,
yeah,
mister.
Yeah. That would be mine. But although I have in my younger days, and it's kind of cool, we're actually revisiting it this weekend. When I was younger.
Now that was before we were married.
Yes. But okay, so I'm an artist. When I was younger, in college, a friend of mine was like, "There's this art show. Not too many people know about it. Why don't you come? It's at this place, blah, blah, blah." So I go. And again, I was pretty naive and young when I was I was naive and sheltered when I was 18, 19 years old in college. And so I go to this art show, and in that same week was the first time I ever saw a penis in real life because I had to draw one and paint one. So what? And so I go to this art show, and it was everything you could think of. Dominatrix. Me and my girlfriends get on the elevator, and I'm telling them I'm taking this art show thinking it's all going to be fancy. We go to get on the elevator, and there's this lovely woman. She's 5'6", in all pleather, bra, panties, fishnet, and she's pulling a guy on all four knees like a dog.
Four knees?
Four knees. Four. Sorry. Anyways, sorry.
He was on all fours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. All four knees. I'm sorry.
That son of a bitch had four goddamn knees.
I'm picturing it. Anyways.
He's so weird you didn't even notice the dominatrix.
Yeah, so you go in there again, you go through after I'm stunned by that, we go inside, and there's a woman on this board with her arms out. They've got her tied. Some guy's whipping her with horns on, looking like
you didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, it was something. And then all the paintings on the walls were
was she wearing anything?
Dildos. I didn't get close enough because I was so in shock, and there was paintings of penises and vaginas, and nothing looked like Georgie O'Keeffe that I had been studying. So I was kind of in shock.
Was there a picture of blue balls from his blue period?
Yes, there was.
What was his name?
Picasso.
Picasso, yeah. Pick your own asshole.
Picasso had a blue period. So, and I have a red one. No, not anymore.
It is a blue balls.
And So this weekend coming up, I saw on Instagram one of my fellow artist friends from that's as old as me shared an art show, and as I'm reading it, it's the freaking art show from when I was 18. And I like messaged Brian. I was like, I'm getting a babysitter and we're going to this. And
I'm going to definitely be looking around and remembering shit.
Yeah, he'll keep this.
It's not going to be, I didn't get close enough.
It'll be his spanking pocket. He'll be like,
spanking pocket.
Yeah, he'll be putting it in there. But a young friend of ours, Lacey, she's a neighbor of ours and an artist that I've been working with, and
her name was Samantha, and she was tied to the wheel, and they were whipping the shit out of her with a dildo.
Oh, dildo. And Lacey's gonna come be on our podcast sometime, but she's gonna come, and she's a young 20-something-year-old and her boyfriend, and I can't wait to see the shock on most likely her boyfriend's. Don't you think her boyfriend's gonna be like,
I would think anybody in that age range would probably be a little shocked.
So we're going to expose them. And by the way, anyone that watches the show, number one, we are not swingers. A lot of people have been asking us that. We are not, correct?
Just when I get on a play set.
Exactly. We just are comfortable talking about stuff and completely comfortable with talking about anything, pretty much.
Yeah, the kinkiest porn. If you want details on that, give them some. Remember, Get Skinny?
I don't want to talk about it. It makes me sick. He would pee on them. The girls would. Oh, so Brian would. That's what you want. I realized it.
He would use tools from a medical facility.
And Brian, when we first were living together, he's like showing me this. So after he's laughing hysterically, thinking it's so funny.
It's hilarious.
But I'm like, the back of my mind is like, does he want to do this? Because he did things like, he'd tell him to puke on him and he'd gag him and have him sit backwards. Most guys like this to get head, and he would push his penis in there even further. It was icky. So one night he's watching it and it seemed like forever, and I'm just sitting by him. I went, I gotta go in the other room. And he was like, what? I was like, I think I might puke.
He was making him like gag on him, and they were like vomiting, and he's going, get skinny.
Yeah, over and over again.
And he go, yeah. And I'm laughing my ass off.
So I go into our bedroom and I'm laying in bed just sicker than a dog. Just thinking I'm going to puke.
Ooh, I like this question.
And he kept playing it, and I could hear it, and I got nauseated in a whole nother room and said, please turn that fucking guy down. Turn him off or something. The last thing,
right before he hit stop. Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the strangest sex dream you've ever had?
I have a funny follow-up to whichever one you guys have on this one.
Multiple partners
at the same time.
I don't want to divulge that.
Divulge?
Whatever the word is. Divulge.
Do you know who the partners were?
You were involved.
That would be a yes.
Yes.
Anybody else that you knew in real life?
Oh God. See, this is the part I'm uncomfortable about. I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't want to talk about that.
Who was it?
I don't know, people we knew. I don't like it.
Well, that describes it halfway enough there as it is.
And I think part of the reason I don't want to divulge it is I don't want them to think. We all know that our subconscious is just crazy. So I don't want to be around that person and there be an awkwardness.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, okay. I had one about you and Aaron Berg and Gino Bisconti and Bobby.
All right. Well, that wasn't that hard.
Bobby T?
Mm-hmm.
I love Bobby.
You got me really high before it all happened.
In the dream, or wait, you mean like you got high in real life, then you fell asleep and had this dream, or he got you high in the dream?
In the dream, it was like we were all chilling.
That's how it usually starts.
And Bobby brought out something good and whatever. And me and him did that, smoked that, and then all kinds of shit started happening.
And then it turned into Behind the Green Door.
But Aaron was more of a voyeur. Like he stood back like Gino was
and
doing
I'm going, yeah!
Brian and Gino were kind of like
high-fiving over your back.
Oh God! No. I don't know. So uncomfortable.
I had a romantic
Okay, what's
dream.
yours?
A romantic dream.
What was yours?
It was raining pussy.
That was your dream?
I don't know.
See, he calls me out and then he's thinking of his worst one.
I can't think of any sex dreams. I'm trying to think of one.
I don't know. Most of the time when he's asleep, I hear giggling.
I usually don't remember them, but I wake up like
excited.
morning wood, if you will. From
I think it was weird that I had a dream with the comedian people, but maybe that's because we've been talking to him every day. Every day since quarantine started.
What was yours, Chris?
Well, I just have I should caveat it, I guess, or disclaimer. I smoke a lot of weed, so that may or may not influence this, but I don't remember a lot of dreams, period, or I'm not sure if I have them. If I'm really sobered up for a while, I have dreams, but usually it's not even people I know. But to the point you're asking, I have never in my life had a sex dream and have gone so far as to be rejected for sex in a dream. I've had plenty of sex in real life. I have no problem getting laid. But yet, somehow, whole life, no sex dreams, and once or twice can even recall fucking striking out in my own fucking dream. I mean, I don't know how to even explain something
So
like
you've
that.
never had, even as a child, like how kids, boys or girls could probably do it too. I didn't until I was older. You've never came while you were sleeping?
Never. Granted, I jerked off all the time. Maybe I just got it out of my system. It didn't have to happen.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know with me personally, I never had a full-fledged orgasm from a dream until like 2 years ago. Remember I said I had a dream and I was like, and I came. And I was like, didn't even know a woman could do that. Like, it was like, when can that happen again? You know, it's like, I wasn't touching myself. It was just a dream.
I only know that I started having, they call them wet dreams, if you will, until when I stopped jerking off.
So and maybe my theory has some. You're saying it started when you stopped jerking off?
Yeah, I stopped doing that in November of '95.
That's why I'm the queen of.
And if I would go on a dry spell, I would eventually have one. You know,
that makes sense. I just think it's funny you have a date for it, like a guy who quit heroin or something.
Yeah, I remember. I
remember my last fix. Oh shit.
Yeah, it was November 19th. Yeah,
it was True Lies. I masturbated to True Lies.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie.
It's a movie with Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was dancing around all sexily and.
Oh, with the jumpsuit?
No, it was like bra and panties.
Oh.
And that's when she still looked good.
There was a time.
Yes. Before the shit commercials. Or the yogurt or whatever.
Which of my friends do you find the most attractive?
Is that a real question on here?
She's just ad-libbing now.
Now she's making up shit.
I want to start a fight before
She used this as a Trojan horse. That's what it is. She just Trojan horsed your ass with this whole segment. Now she's just going to ask any question she wants to, and there's so many. There's so many on the list. You can't check her.
Are you masturbating in the shower? Not telling me.
Let's see.
You been watching too much porn?
Porn.
I don't give a shit if you watch porn.
It's hilarious.
I know.
That's a tough one.
Okay, I'll skip over that.
I don't know.
Who do you think between us two is more responsible for fights?
I would say you.
I'll take that. your friends that I find attractive would have to be Matthew.
Okay.
So that Matthew.
I'll take that one.
And Matthew was on the podcast. He has a lovely wife. She's beautiful. Let's see. So far, which question has made you the most uncomfortable, or has any of them?
No, I haven't been uncomfortable. This one, are you satisfied with the size of my penis, breasts, and butt?
I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with my things?
Sure.
That doesn't sound... That was like, yeah, because if I say no, I'm going to fucking never touch them again.
Now, but I did like your breasts before you had the weight loss surgery.
See, I knew that's what you were going to say. See, that's when you've been with someone.
But it's not like I'm not like
unhappy about it.
I'm not satisfied, you know.
So I will be posting a GoFundMe page called Get Carolyn Tits. And please put all your money in that so Carolyn can lift Maryland and separate and add a little bit of boosh. Maybe I can get it done by Austin. Anyways,
it's like it'll incidentally give Marilyn a facelift.
Exactly. She'll just be like,
I think we gotta do a question and then let the old man.
So I think
maybe let him.
I think honestly, what I want to hear from him
and sex dream.
I want to see, you know, with him being so old and it being Valentine's Day, wonder through his life what the kinkiest thing he's ever seen.
Well, let's ask him.
Yeah,
let me get him.
We love the old man. He's
old man.
Old man.
Old man. Man.
Come here, man. Come here, old man.
Old man.
Well, hello, old man. Did you happen to hear our question, or do I need to ask you again?
Well, I just woke up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I got this smell on my hand. I can't stop smelling it.
Oh, it smells like garbage and tuna fish.
I can't wash it off.
Oh, God. I'll try to find you some new soap. No. Get that away from me, old man, or I will punch you.
All right, what's your question?
Well, I was wondering, through your long life, what has been the kinkiest thing you've ever participated in or watched or seen?
You gotta love your own brand.
Oh.
Well, I think when old Sally did the two-step on my nuts, that was pretty kinky.
So like a dance two steps?
Yeah, it was like an old shoe shuffle, you know, little sand dance.
Was she mad at you, or was that something she thought you'd like?
No, we were messing around, being all strange, you know. I was naked, laying on the floor, and she started sand dancing on my nuts.
Did you enjoy it?
I had a hard cotton dick.
Oh. Later on, did you pound that pussy?
No, I had a premature ejaculation on her shoe.
Oh, no. Were they patent leather?
I think they were patent plastic.
Well, thank you for giving us a little insight. Please keep that stink away from me. It smells so much like nuttin'. Ugh.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a good week.
Thank you.